I used to be really agitated and not understand why. I used to just lash out at my husband, or road rage, or any of those scenarios. I would just be angry and tense. I would be driving and literally feel my hands gripping the steering wheel really tight for no reason.
Ever since I was a little boy, I had severe panic issues, which many people have and many people just take medication for. I refused to be a medicated human being, so I dealt with them as best I could, and they started to get to the point where I couldn't deal with them. Wanted to basically jump off a bridge. Was seriously about to lose it.
February 25th, 2008, at approximately 2:20 p.m., I lived through the most horrific experience. I seen another human being be electrocuted with 35,000 volts of electricity shoot through his body. It was in a fireball, burning to death, and I witnessed that, and life was never the same after that.
When my son was 7, he was diagnosed with ADHD. His problem began in kindergarten. He had a teacher that was constantly getting on to him. He was getting up, disturbing the class, talking quite a bit. But then, as time went on, it seemed to get worse. At home, his dad and I we were able to kind of deal with the situation. But as each grade came on, the teachers could not deal with him.
Mateo has been in early intervention and in school since he's 2 years and 3 months old. He is autistic, he has Asperger's, he's bipolar, he has ADD, ADHD, OCD, IED, pretty much all of the Ds.
I used to really suffer with insomnia. I would go to sleep for maybe an hour, wake up and be up for 3 or 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours. Couldn't go back to sleep, walk around the house, and it was really, really debilitating.
A migraine attack is one of the worst things that I have experienced. It's, to me, worse than childbirth. And I've had some so severe, I have felt like I was going to die.
I was diagnosed with insomnia, depression, anxiety, and it definitely affected the quality of my life.
I'm in the bathroom on my knees, scared to death, cold water, the whole nine, panic attack, freaking out.
My insomnia was so bad, I was literally getting an hour of sleep per day.
If you or someone you love suffers from ADD, ADHD, migraines, tension headaches, insomnia, fibromyalgia, TMJ, chronic pain, panic attacks, autism, or memory loss, stay tuned for an important breakthrough that has changed lives for the better.
Right now in our society, we're too dependent upon the pharmaceutical industry and the drugs.
As the children grow, each stage that they grow, they show different aspects to the meds, and the meds had to be reintroduced and totally redone. What they were for him when he was 5, and that wasn't the same for him when he was 7. Had to change him again when he was 8.
At the age of 7, when he was diagnosed, we did put him on medication. It was something that we fought for 2 years because we just really didn't want him on medication. But then when the school starts calling, and they call 2 and 3 times a week, what do? I mean, you're kind of stuck in a corner. We've got to do something to help this kid.
I wanted to try anything I could before medication.
When I went to see my neurologist to get treatment, she told me basically there was no treatment, that my nerves were dead, my neurons were dead, and I didn't accept it. She said I would be on medication for the rest of my life for the pain. I took this medication and it just basically made me feel like a zombie. I mean, I have a family, wife, 2 kids. They're very active, and I need to keep going. I couldn't accept what she was telling me.
Psychiatrists, of course, they're trained to medicate, and I'm a big believer in health and nutrition and alternative medicines. I tried a little medication for a little bit, but the side effects are horrendous.
She prescribed me Xanax, which made me just feel like a zombie.
Medication is not the solution at all to this, because we don't even know the side effects of medication. And where's the end all to the medication? You're going to start giving your child medication when he's 7, 8 years old. Okay, great. He's in elementary school. You're not going to stop when he goes to middle school because he needs it in middle school. You're not going to stop when he goes to high school because he needs it in high school. Now little Jimmy's been doing this medication, taking this medication through elementary, middle school, high school. Now he goes to college. He's still on it. When are you going to take him off? You're not going to take him off when he goes to look for a job, because now he has to work. So now little Jimmy's been taking his medicine for 20 years. 20 years you've been giving your child this medication. Where's the end all? When are we going to fix the problem and not just keep throwing some masking tape on the leak? It's not going to happen. It's not going to fix it.
BrainCore Therapy is a technology rooted in 30 years of neurofeedback research that has garnered incredible results. And as part of your ongoing chiropractic health program, BrainCore Therapy will take you to new levels of wellness, perhaps never before achieved.
Simply put, the BrainCore system is a training protocol, not unlike learning how to play the piano or playing the guitar. It's simply a training protocol to balance brainwave patterns so that the body makes those reconnections in the brain and the symptoms go away.
Whatever could work, especially if it didn't involve medication and it could actually cure me, I'm in.
With BrainCore, we've taken him off the medication and he's still on the honor roll. He wasn't able to do that before.
BrainCore has really helped me address my insomnia problem, and I've gone from 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night to full 6 to 8 hours a night, so it's been a blessing in my life.
And I feel really energized when I wake up in the morning. I'm not tired, I'm not sluggish, I don't feel like I need a nap in the afternoon like I did every day for the last probably 20 years.
My son has just come so far in this process. He's gone from being the worst one in the class to the kid that's out of control, to the kid that now they moved him up a grade. He's gotten green, which is like your best behavior every single day.
It took a lady who's been my patient for 3 to 5 years. I've got another migraine, been my patient since I've been in practice. She's been there longer than I have. And I've managed these people for years, and now they've both completed the BrainCore therapy, and their headaches are gone. I'm not just managing anymore.
The most rewarding condition that I treat is ADHD, because most of those are affecting children. And to watch a parent come into your office in tears and ask you to help because they don't want their kid on the medication. They don't like the type of person that the child becomes when they're on the medication. And to basically say that you're their last hope is, well, it's very, very powerful. And when we begin the training and we start to get the results, and the parents start to see the small little changes that are occurring, and they start to see that their child now doesn't need as much medication and eventually is off the medication, those are, without a doubt, the most rewarding stories.
We get people out of neck pain and back pain. That's what we do, that's what we go to school for. It's rewarding. But to see, like in my office, an autistic child whose mother has nothing but trouble taking care of him, all of a sudden, when he goes home, he's so much easier to manage. And to see those changes right before your eyes.
Without this BrainCore therapy, he would not be a child out there running around on his own having fun. He would still be stuck in the house because he wouldn't want to do anything. He'd be on some kind of medication that would be doping him up.
When I first started BrainCore, I was really nervous, but then I enjoyed coming here.
The mother said to me this summer they went to a barbecue. The father wasn't there. It was just the mother. Kyle was running around the barbecue, slipped and fell, got a splinter in his hand. Walked up to the mother, said, I got a splinter. The mother couldn't take it out. The neighbor took the splinter out. Took it out, no problems. Kyle went on and played. The mother went to the car and proceeded to cry. I said, why did you cry? She said to me, because if we weren't doing BrainCore therapy, it would have been a blowout. A month before that, if he would have fell and his father wasn't there, forget about it. It would have been end of story. She said that it was just, he was a different child. To her, she knew right then and there that this was helping.
I think my first session was great because it was something like went off in my brain. Like, I don't know, it was, I can't explain it. It was like things started working in there. Like my brain woke up.
BrainCore Therapy recognizes that the 5 individual brain waves, beta, alpha, theta, delta, and SMR, when working in harmony, provide a healthful pattern known as neurological regulation, in essence, a healthy existence. But when certain brainwaves are produced in disproportionate quantities, a syndrome known as neurological dysregulation occurs, producing a host of disorders. That's where BrainCore Therapy comes in.
After about, I would say about 6, 7 treatments, one day I just walked out of there and I felt like I had left the spa. I was just like floating, la la la, like just so relaxed and so calm. It was like a switch had been turned.
About 7 treatments in, which is about 3 weeks, I was driving to work and all of a sudden I realized I didn't have a panic attack the day before, the whole day.
The change in our son in the past 12 weeks has been tremendous. Like I said, he's happier, his self-esteem is up, his behavior at home has gotten better, his behavior at school has improved. And just all around, it's just been a wonderful feeling knowing that this kid is doing so much better.
I'm totally off of all my medication. My high blood pressure medication, my neuropathy medication, my allergy medication. I was taking 4 different medications for allergies every day, and I'm off of all of that. BrainCore has really, really saved the day for me.
I come from a marketing background, so it's my job to market items to people and to make them want to buy them. But I've seen firsthand how BrainCore Therapy works on my own child. My son has been doing the BrainCore Therapy treatments, and the response and his success with it has been absolutely amazing. He's been more focused in school, his handwriting has improved.
We went from really struggling to now just every day just being so wonderful.
My teachers started saying like good job and everything, and my parents were really proud of me. That I started getting like 80s and 90s instead of 70s and 60s.
Friends that do know me know what I've been through. They see me through all my pain, my suffering, and they see me now, they're like, wow, you know, what are you doing? And I tell them at first, I'm doing BrainCore. And they go, what's that? And then I explain to them little by little, and they still look at me. But then when they really take a good look at me, they go, you know what, it's working. I see a difference in your attitude, in your walk, you know, the way you raise your hands. I'm more active now.
Before BrainCore, I was getting up to 5 and 6 headaches a week. I was really in bad shape, and to the point where I thought I was going to die. And since my treatment, I have maybe had five migraines in the last 5 months, and I feel like I have my life back. I can eat things that I had to avoid before. I can drink red wine again, and it doesn't bother me. So it's a miracle.
Thanks to BrainCore, I feel fabulous every day when I wake up. I finished the program maybe 2 months ago, and I still feel the benefits every day, more and more.
BrainCore Therapy is a painless, non-invasive, non-pharmaceutical option that has produced impressive results for a host of patients, many who have literally given up hope. BrainCore technology works, and we have thousands of success stories to prove it.
BrainCore made it so I didn't have to ask why anymore. It just solved the problem. It changed the way my brain worked so that the issue of depression or anger or anxiety no longer existed.
Before BrainCore, I basically lived in hell, and now, you know, life is what it's supposed to be, you know, carefree and wonderful.
When your son comes up to you and says, Mom, I'm really happy, he's never said that before. going to stop because I'm going to cry.
So it's been life-changing for me. It's lifted the depression. I'm not depressed at all. I'm a very happy person. I feel very happy all the time. And that's big for me. It's really big for me.
BrainCore Therapy works. It's as simple as that. I'm a patient, I'm a practitioner, I use it myself, my patients are getting great benefit from it.
I kept fighting because I knew there was something out there that was going to help my situation, and the answer was BrainCore.
I'm like selfishly like enjoying how I feel now, kind of almost forgetting how bad it was.
For BrainCore, it gives my child a chance to be a part of society, which he didn't have a chance before. I was so desperate, I would have done anything.
In doing the BrainCore therapy, that it has brought me back to a place that I don't remember being. I don't remember being headache-free because it's been so long. So I kind of feel like a different person, and it's new for me. It's a new experience.
Ask your chiropractor for details about BrainCore Therapy. Get the facts and learn how your life and the lives of your loved ones will change forever.
BrainCore Therapy is a powerful, drugless, non-invasive therapy that creates permanent results.
BrainCore Therapy is a miracle. It's awesome.
My son is happy, he's very proud of himself, and it's all because of BrainCore.
Thanks to BrainCore, I got my life back. I feel it, I know it works. I'm a living testimony.
And I've been doing it about 3 weeks and steadily getting to sleep, staying asleep, and it's remarkable.
Thanks to BrainCore, I am not living in fear of my headaches anymore.
I'm ecstatic with the results we're getting here.
BrainCore Therapy has absolutely changed my life.
BrainCore is a miracle, for sure. It has changed my life. It works.
BrainCore Therapy, the painless, non-invasive, and non-pharmaceutical wellness alternative available exclusively from your personal chiropractor.